Have you ever thought about how uncommon it is to still do certain things after turning 65? Many people think aging means slowing down, losing strength, or not being as capable. But here's the truth: if you are still able to do these 8 things, you are part of a rare and impressive group. In this video, we are going through 8 signs that show you are aging far better than most, even if you have not noticed. From physical ability to mental clarity, each one reveals something deeper about your health, strength, and how long you might live. If you can still manage some or all of these things, consider yourself special, because most people your age simply cannot. Make sure to watch until the end. You will not only see these qualities in yourself, but you will also understand why they are so important for staying healthy, living longer, and feeling satisfied with life. Let's begin. Number 1. You still have strong grip strength. Grip strength is one of the strongest but least talked about signs of good health and aging well. If you can firmly shake hands, carry full grocery bags, or open tight jar lids easily, you are doing better than you think. Grip strength does not just reflect hand power, it shows your overall muscle condition, nerve performance, and even heart function. Research has shown that older adults with better grip strength tend to live longer, recover quicker from health issues, and stay independent longer. Just think, when your grip becomes weak, daily activities start to feel harder. Holding a coffee mug or standing up without help may become difficult. That is not just annoying, it is a sign that strength is fading. But if your grip remains steady, it shows your body is holding on to its strength, stamina, and balance. Take the example of Frank, a 75-year-old man who still loves gardening. He lifts plant pots, uses tools comfortably, and never seems to struggle. His doctor once mentioned his grip strength was better than some men in their 50s. That is not just something to feel proud about. It shows that his whole body is staying in much better shape than average. Strong grip means better balance, which lowers your chances of falling, something that becomes a major risk in later years. If your hands are still strong, you can grab railings, support yourself when needed, and keep doing your favorite tasks without any problems. So if your grip is still powerful, it is a clear sign that you are aging in a truly impressive way. Number 2. You can still get up from the floor without help. The ability to sit on the floor and get back up without someone helping is a big sign of long-term health. If you are still able to do this, you have something many others your age have already lost: flexibility, balance, coordination, and core strength. Being able to move from the floor to standing is not just about ease. It is a sign of how likely you are to stay independent as you grow older. Think about how often this ability is used. You might kneel to reach under a couch, sit on the floor while playing with grandkids, or stretch after a short walk. Many older adults find it hard to rise without pushing on their knees or grabbing onto nearby furniture. But if you can still get up from the floor smoothly, you are part of a small group, and that is something to be proud of. Let's look at Margaret, a 72-year-old woman. She still does yoga every morning, moving from sitting to standing with ease and without shaking. Her doctor once said most women her age need help for that movement. That is because it is not just about muscle power. It also depends on full body control, how well your joints move, and strength in your lower body. Why is this important? Research shows that people who cannot rise from the floor without using their hands are twice as likely to face movement problems and other health risks. The ability to move this way lowers your chance of falling, keeps your joints moving well, and ensures your muscles stay active even during basic activities. So, if you can still do this, take it as a strong signal that your body is doing much better than others your age. If you are still watching the video and find this part helpful, type number 2 in the comments so I know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest doing that and turning on the bell icon so you never miss a video. Your support helps us make more helpful content that keeps you informed and motivated. Now, let us continue. Number 3. You can keep good posture without effort. Your posture tells a lot about how your body is aging. If you can stand straight, with your shoulders back, walk without bending forward, and sit without slouching, you are doing better than most others your age. With time, bad posture causes a weak core, back pain, and even trouble with breathing. But if you still stay well aligned, it shows your spine, muscles, and joints are supporting you as they should, a rare thing in older adults. You might not notice it daily, but posture does much more than affect how you look. It has a direct effect on your movement, balance, and even how well your organs work. When your spine stays aligned, your lungs can fully expand. That allows better airflow and more energy. But if you are always leaning forward, your body has to work harder to adjust, leading to low energy and aches. Take George, a retired teacher who is now 74. He still walks with a straight back and his head up. People often think he is younger just by the way he carries himself. His doctor once said, "Most men your age have compressed spines or lean forward while walking, but you're doing impressively well." George puts in the effort, he stays active, uses his core, and avoids bad habits that lead to slouched backs. One key reason posture is important is because it helps prevent falls. Poor posture moves your body center forward, making it easier to lose balance. But when you stand tall, your weight stays balanced. When your body carries weight properly, it reduces pressure on your joints and helps you stay balanced. If you can still stand upright without discomfort or constant reminders, that is a strong sign your body is staying healthy and capable as you age. Number 4, you can rise from a chair without using your hands. This may seem like a small ability, but being able to get up from a chair without pushing off with your hands is a clear sign of strength and independence. Many people over 65 slowly lose lower body power and movement control, making this basic task more difficult. If you can still do it easily, it shows your legs, core, and balance are working together, a rare skill that many do not notice until it becomes hard to think about how often you stand up during the day, whether from a sofa, car seat, or dinner table. These basic movements rely on your leg muscles, core strength, and body control. If you find this difficult, it may be an early signal of weakening muscles or stiff joints. But if you can still rise easily, it shows you have a physical ability that many in your age group have already lost. Take Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother. She did not realize how strong she was until she saw her friends needing help to get out of chairs using armrests or asking for support. One day, during a family event, her grandson asked her to stand up from the floor without using her hands. To her surprise, she did it without any trouble. What made the difference? She walks regularly, stretches, and does light strength workouts, all helping her body move well. Why does this matter? It is a clear marker of healthy aging. Research shows that seniors who can stand up from sitting without help often live longer and keep their independence for more years. It also means your muscles, joints, and coordination are working well enough to prevent falls. One of the top dangers for older adults. So if you can still do this easily, take a moment to value your body's strength. It is a skill that becomes more rare over time. If you are still watching and this part was helpful, comment number 4 below to let me know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is a good time. Turn on the bell too so you stay updated with new videos. Your support allows us to keep making useful content to help and motivate you. Now let's keep going. Number 5. You can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds. Balance is something people often ignore until it starts to fade. If you can stand on one leg for over 10 seconds without shaking or holding on to something, your body is in much better condition than many others your age. In fact, studies have shown that weak balance in older adults is closely tied to a higher chance of falling, injuries, and even shorter life expectancy. Try it now. Stand. Lift one foot a few inches off the ground and count to 10. If you can do it easily, it means your leg strength, coordination, and brain function are all working together properly. But if you notice yourself swaying, dropping your foot too fast, or needing support, that your balance and muscle control may need work. Let us look at Frank, a 77-year-old retired carpenter. He was very active most of his life, but over time, he started feeling slightly unsteady while walking on uneven surfaces. During a regular health check, his doctor asked him to try standing on one leg. He could not make it past 5 seconds before losing balance. That moment was a turning point for him. He began practicing simple balance drills like heel-to-toe walking and standing on one leg while brushing his teeth. After a few months of effort, he could balance on one foot for over 15 seconds with no problem. Why does this matter so much? Good balance reduces the risk of falling, which is the leading cause of serious injuries in older adults. It also shows how well your muscles, brain, and body are working together. When balance gets worse, it often shows that your body is losing strength and control. But if you are still able to do this without trouble, it means you are in better shape than most. If you have not tried this test yet, now is a good time. Stand up, lift one foot, and see how long you can hold your balance. If you can do it for 10 seconds or more, you are part of a group with outstanding balance and coordination. Keep it up, because your ability to stay steady now will help you remain active and independent for years to come. Number 6. You can rise from the floor without using your hands. Being able to sit down on the floor and stand back up might sound like a basic task, but it is a solid measure of your flexibility, strength, and full body movement. If you can still do it without using your hands for help, you belong to a group that usually lives longer and stays self-reliant into old age. Standing up from the floor without effort depends on your core muscles, leg strength, balance, and how well your joints move. As people grow older, these skills often decline, making it harder to rise from low positions. But if you are still able to do it easily, that shows your body parts are still working well together. Consider Joan, a 72-year-old grandmother who has stayed active most of her life. One day, she was on the floor playing with her grandkids. When it was time to get up, she noticed something. She did not need help, just like always. Her doctor later told her this simple movement proved her muscles were strong, her joints were flexible, and her balance was excellent. In fact, research shows that people who cannot get up from the floor without help are at a higher risk of falling, losing mobility, and facing early health decline. Why? Because it often means their muscles have weakened, their balance is off, and their movement is no longer working as it should. But those who can still rise easily from the floor are usually able to avoid injuries, stay mobile, and live independently, even into their 80s or beyond. If you have not tested yourself in some time, try it now. Sit down on the floor, then stand up without using your hands, arms, or knees to push yourself. If you can do that without trouble, you are in a lucky and uncommon group of older adults who still have excellent movement skills, and if this is hard for you right now, that is okay. It is never too late to start working on your core strength, flexibility, and exercises that help you feel steady and strong. If you are still watching and found this point helpful, type number 6 in the comments so I know you are following along. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the right time. Tap the bell icon too so you will not miss future videos. Your support allows us to keep making content that teaches and motivates you. Let's continue. Number 7. You can carry groceries without difficulty. If you are still able to carry a full grocery bag without feeling like it takes too much effort, you are doing better than most people your age. Grip strength, upper body control, and a stable core all come into play when handling everyday tasks. Research even shows that grip strength alone is one of the best signs of long-term health. Think about it, carrying weight is not just about strong arms. It shows that your bones are holding up, your shoulders are steady, and your body is still capable of doing needed tasks without pain or weakness. This ability naturally gets weaker with age. But if you can still lift, hold, and carry things comfortably, it means your muscles, joints, and nerves are all working well. Let's take Walter, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He never paid much attention to his strength until one day at the grocery store. He noticed younger men nearby struggling to put heavy bags in their cars. While he lifted his easily, one young man even walked over to offer help, thinking Walter needed it. Walter smiled and said, "I have been doing this my whole life, no reason to stop now." That moment made him realize just how much his daily habits and years of strength exercises had kept him strong. Doctors often point out that weak grip and trouble lifting normal items are early signs of declining health. That is because muscle loss, weakening bones, and nerve issues all lead to frailty. If you notice that carrying groceries Picking up a chair or even holding something for a little while feels harder now. It may be a signal that your body needs more attention, but here is the good part. If you are still lifting shopping bags without getting tired or out of breath, you are part of a rare group of seniors with real-life strength, the kind that helps you stay active and live without constant limits. If you want to keep it that way, keep moving. Strength training, hand workouts, and small things like squeezing a tennis ball or lifting light weights can help keep your grip and body strong for years to come. Number 8. You can sit on the floor and get up again without needing help. One of the clearest signs of long-term movement ability and independence is your capacity to get down onto the floor and back up again without assistance. It might not seem important until you learn that most people over 65 struggle with this motion. Balance, leg power, flexible joints, and a stable core all play a role. People who can still perform this movement well tend to have a much lower chance of injury, hospital visits, and overall health decline. Picture this: Emma, an 80-year-old grandmother, was on the living room floor playing with her grandkids. When it was time to get up, she naturally placed one foot down, pushed off slightly with her hands, and stood up without effort. Her daughter was surprised and said, "Mom, I know people 20 years younger who cannot do that." What Emma did not know was that this ability showed something very important: strength, balance, and long-term health. In fact, doctors often use what is called the sit-to-stand test to check someone's general fitness and risk of future health issues. Research shows that people who have trouble rising from the floor face a much greater risk of falling, bone fractures, and losing mobility later in life. If you're still able to sit down and stand back up without needing to hold furniture or ask for help, then you are part of a rare group of older adults who still have solid working movement. Skill that many begin to lose with age. Why does this matter so much? Because not being able to get up after a fall is one of the main causes of serious injury among seniors. Often, the real problem is not the fall itself, but the lack of strength and control to recover from it. But if you can still move up and down with little effort, it means your legs, core, and balance are all in good shape, and that is something to be proud of if you want to keep this ability. Regular practice is the key. Basic exercises like bodyweight squats, lunges, or simple core workouts can help keep your muscles strong and ready, and if you struggle with it now, do not feel discouraged. Start slowly. Use a chair or cushion to help you practice and build up your strength again over time. The most important thing is to keep moving. If you are still able to do this without help, you are already ahead of most, and this skill alone puts you in a rare and capable group. Final thoughts as we close this video. Take a moment to think about these 8 powerful signs. If you can, still do them easily. You are part of a small group of people who have kept their strength, movement, and mental focus well beyond what is typical at this age. And if there is one clear message here, it is that aging does not mean losing everything. It means adjusting, protecting what matters, and even finding ways to grow stronger, sometimes in ways others do not expect. So, which ability stood out to you the most? Can you still do all 8? Maybe just a few? Or is there one you want to work on? We would love to know your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your comments really matter to us. Reading them brings us motivation and encouragement. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to keep creating useful content that helps and inspires you. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again in the next video.